Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Mess Show. And the Morning Mess, or MMS, is now moved to Fridays. This is probably going to be like the best time for me to get content like this put up for you guys. So you guys basically have some content to watch and, all the goodness and fun of just mobile tech and tech in general. So anyways, I want to start off this episode. First, I want to give a shout out to Dragonic Warfare. Thank you so much for hitting me up on the gram. Now, pirating YouTube videos. This is the topic I want to talk about in this video because, there's just a lot of this happening. It's been happening. This is nothing new. This is something that's always been on YouTube, and it does get annoying. I'm a pretty nice guy about it. Sometimes I'll just look the other way. I really don't care. If you pirated a video, obviously, if someone was to stumble across the video and see someone's comment, because there are some of you out there who will flame a video that's stolen that you guys know of. You will comment in their video, letting everyone else that comes across that video know that the video is taken from somebody else. And the proof is in the pudding. If any of these people who stole the video wanted to argue the point and say, no, they made the video, the person talking in the video is them, you would look at the date of uploads, right? My video, the data was uploaded versus when they uploaded my video on their channels. The dates are not going to match. Mine's is going to have the earliest date, obviously, because I'm the original content creator. When I uploaded the video, I was the creator of that video. So when they stole it, obviously it's on a later date. Now, why are reasons that people are pirating other content creators' videos? Well, one, because there's a lot of people that look to YouTube to make a quick buck. They think you put up a video, it could go viral, and you're going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars like big YouTubers. And that is furthest from the truth. Honestly, I know there's YouTubers that use this as a side platform to make extra cash, and that's cool. That's a good thing. You can't knock them for doing it. And then there's people that do YouTube because they specifically just love making content for people to watch. And there's no harm in that. But for me personally, when it comes to people who pirate other content creators' videos, I always beg the question as, why can't you just pick up a camera and do your own video? Even if it's the same subject, like the video that was, recently taken, well, not recently taken, but it was taken from me. I recently discovered it was taken from me. You could make the same exact content because everybody else does. There's not really one specific original YouTuber, right? When there's one YouTuber that's doing something that's working for them, there are about 5 or 6 more YouTubers that do the same thing. Like, I review mid-range to budget devices for Boost Mobile. Well, not for them, but about Boost Mobile devices. And some mid-rangers, some B-listed flagship phones, and basically talk tech with everybody, whether it's a new thing with Google, a thing with Apple, the state of mobile technology as it is. I'm well-rounded in different things, but people know me more for Boost Mobile stuff. But I'm not the only Boost Mobile content creator on YouTube. Dragonic Warfare, he not only reviews Boost Mobile phones, he works for Boost Mobile. He runs a store. So, who better than to get the best information from than from him, right? I appreciate that people look at my videos and they're like, you're one of the top Boost Mobile reviewers. Mill Hustles gave me that in Instagram Live, and I appreciate that. I don't ever consider myself to be big, but I appreciate that some people look at the channel in that way. And that makes me feel good, honestly, because I'm doing some sort of service to somebody out there that really appreciates the content. And so with people pirating other people's videos, they could just pick up a camera and talk about the same subject. The subject of the video that was taken was unlocking the Wi-Fi hotspot, which is kind of ridiculous. They took that video because it was a very, very old video. This was way back in the day with the ZTE Warp Elite, which was running 5.1.1 Lollipop, or 5.1 Lollipop. Obviously today, Boost Mobile is well aware of this, and they have put checks and balances and have updated and patched the vulnerability of that, or requested to have it patched, because basically the update comes in the Android software security patch update, but they requested for whatever that was a loophole, allowed them to basically patch that up. And obviously it was just a small exploit that allowed you to edit the APNs. It's really all it was. was just editing the APNs. Putting a certain code in within the line itself allowed you to basically use mobile hotspot without it allowing Boost Mobile to know that you were using that data for mobile hotspot or to have some sort of counter for it. But now it does. So that's it was pointless. I mean, I know that really just because of the title itself, they figured there would be heavy traffic flow. And my channel is not that big to get heavy traffic flow. I think maybe on a good day, I can have a video that can push close to 1,000 views. And on an average normal day, it's between 50 and 100 views. Not bad at all for what I'm doing. I'm not expecting to have any grand views on it, so just kind of pointless to kind of try to rip off one of my videos. But nonetheless, they did. So one person, yeah, basically they're gonna have a hell of a time, because if someone finds that video on their channel, I believe the way it works when it's reported is that if someone clicks the video, it will route them to my video instead. So yeah, they're gonna lose out on views. And I found another channel that happened to take the same video. I was a bit nice about it. I gave them a comment and gave them a warning. They have a chance to take it down. If they don't take it down, I'll report it. I honestly think the person should just make their own videos. Like, stop pirating other people's videos and make your own videos. That is not hard. You don't need a massive amount of equipment to use. My videos are never within that light. I use a phone, I use a tripod, I have a desk, and I make my own little background area, and I'm sitting in an office. Well, it's actually a room in my place, but it's converted to an office that gives me my privacy to make these videos and do what I do and what I love to do on YouTube. So honestly, there's not a lot to it. The average cost to start up a YouTube channel could be $0. Just use what you have. And as you grow, add on. Like, some people have gone and they've added on more things. They went and got, an actual DSLR camera with high performance video recording. They've gone getting slider rails to get those really smooth transition, steady movement shots. When people go above and beyond on how much they want to take their channel to. I'm more of the type of guy that would just shoot a video sitting here talking about the subject at hand, because to me the subject should be more interesting than seeing me or whatever else. Unless I have to show you something on the phone, then the angle of the camera will be pointed at the phone. But I think pirating videos is lame. I really do. I think people that think about doing it, you should really think twice and know that you're better than that. You're better than taking somebody else's video. You're better if you make your own video, because then you have something to really be proud of. Like, I can't tell you how many people, that when I upload a video, how proud I am when I upload that video and how good I feel. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. Sometimes I'm worried if I said something wrong or something happened in the video. So I watch my own videos. I proof check my own videos in case something is wrong. But at the same time, when I proof check my own videos, sometimes I get interested in the video itself, which is really weird, because then people would say, oh, you're narcissistic or something. It's nothing like that. It's just I'm proud of what I made. And, when you upload your own videos instead of stealing somebody else's, you will have that same feeling too. You will be proud of the video that you upload. And I'm pretty sure other content creators watch their own videos, so I'm not the only one to do it. All right, so let's fast forward a little bit more forward. What I want to talk about basically is Google Play, Google Play News and Google Play Newsstand. I will have a actual personal, a main video for that. Actually, that'll upload. I'm actually pre-recording this, so if I'm getting my timeline wrong, I'm sorry, but that video will actually come up before this one. This one I'll release in the morning. I'm actually shooting it in the evening. It's Thursday, but it will be up Friday. So yeah, that'll be up in the morning. And yeah, my whole thought, at first I was kind of scared when they combined Play Newsstand and Google News together, but I think they did it seamlessly good. I'm thoroughly impressed of how it is. If you guys, check the video out, you guys can get a more in-depth look of it. I like how, because there's really no reason to have like Google News and then Play Newsstand. They both do the same thing, right? So, they unified them together, and they unified them and called them Google News. If you're interested in how it looks, still, go check out my video. But basically, like, you know, I like the idea. I like what they've done with. Oh, sorry. Why did I even open up that video? I like what they've done with it, as far as like the icon and everything else. So yeah, there it is. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus. Focus. Kind of tap right there. See if I can get the focus in. It's not really focusing. I don't know why. Could probably just my hand keeps moving. Anyways, it's right there. It just, you know, just says news. And it's really cool though. I mean, I like the way that it is. And the things that I want to see, it really simplifies and puts it in the forefront for me to see it. So, yeah, check out my video review about it. Definitely something that you guys, if you guys are into, like, you know, keeping up with current events and stuff like that, you definitely want to have this app. And so before I close out this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about Motorola devices making their appearance on Boost Mobile. Because if you guys haven't, you guys can go check out RJ's video. He does an unboxing of the Moto G6 Play. That is on his YouTube channel, so go to CV Tech. Check out his video. And then Dragonic Warfare did a video of the Moto E5 Play. He unboxed it and did a slight review on it. And so these two phones are now available on Boost Mobile. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the Moto E5 Plus, because it is known that the E5 Plus is coming to Boost Mobile and Cricket Wireless. Same with the Moto G6 Play. It's available on Boost Mobile. It's also going to be available on Cricket Wireless, and it's going to go under a different name. It's like, it'll still be the Moto G6, but instead of it being Play, I'll have a different name on Cricket Wireless. But for those who have the Moto E4 Plus, okay. So before I go any further, let me just say this. I figured out what the problem was, why the performance was like horrible after the last software update with the Moto E4 Plus, and I'm thinking that it actually did something where if you have adoptable storage, the phone just starts running really like crap. Because after wiping the phone again, but also wiping my SD card, which was part of the internal storage, and not actually binding them together, the phone's actually running fine. And the other phone's running fine too. So in this case, I really can't use adoptable storage with the Moto E4 Plus, so that's just something I'm going to have to deal with until either another software update fixes that issue or whatever. But as far as I'm concerned, it's back to being my daily driver. Now, the E4 Plus got a lot of hype last year. A lot of, you know, of my colleagues here on YouTube reviewed the phone. Either they reviewed the Boost Mobile version. Most of them reviewed the Verizon version because they were able to get it unlocked really quick. So they ended up getting the Moto E4 on Verizon and the Moto E4 Plus on Verizon and unlocking them and putting them like on Metro PCS or, you know, AT&T, whatever. The thing with the Moto E4 was that, you know, it really took the Moto E series and I guess decided to have that E series recognized for battery life, because the E4 Plus having a 5,000 milliamp hour battery is insanely cool. And, you know, it gets the job done as far as you having a smartphone that can last with battery life. For me, battery life matters. I need a phone that is going to make it throughout the day and some. And so the Moto E4 Plus does that. Now, the Moto E5 Plus is coming to Boost Mobile. So for everyone that's, you know, viewing these unboxing videos and they're like, okay, you know, the Moto E5 Play doesn't look, you know, appealing compared to what I had before. It doesn't have a fingerprint reader. Or you guys are going to the Moto G6 Play and you're like, oh, it's still mediocre, you know, 16 gigs of storage or however many storage it has and 2 gigs of RAM and whatnot, and 18:9 aspect ratio display. Know this, though, that if you have the E4 Plus and you want something that is going to be considered a minor bump up from the E4 Plus, just wait for the E5 Plus. The E5 Plus is going to make its way to Boost Mobile. It's already been stated that those Motorola devices are where they're going. So the G6 Play, the E5 Play, and the E5 Plus will be on Boost Mobile within time. So we could be expecting, you know, this maybe to start appearing within the next month. I'm going to look a little bit more research into it. I just read an article today that was talking about the Motorola devices and where they're going to, and it did mention the G6 Play, and I'm like, oh, you know, CV Tech unboxed it. I just watched this video the other day about it, And they talked about the E5 play going to Boost Mobile. I'm like, okay, Dragonic Warfare unboxed that phone and did, you know, little small first impressions about it. So yeah. And then it said the E5 Plus is coming to Boost Mobile. I'm like, okay, well, neither one actually got those phones yet. So it's probably not out just yet, but it will be out soon. And so we just have to be on the lookout for that. Other than that, I mean, there's more stuff being talked about the Pixel 3 and how they're not really thinking about it having a notch, which is something I'm going to ask you guys right now. Because, like, you know, a lot of people have talked about it already. They've talked about, you know, the iPhone-like gestures coming to Android, and people are upset about it. And I've made my position pretty clear on that, and that's, you know, iOS and Android have always adopted things from one another. So at the end of the day, you can always expect that. I mean, look at a lot of you know, Android OEMs. They've actually adopted the top notch and brought that into their phones, and so they're already looking like iPhone 10. So as far as the Pixel 3, reading up on different things and, you know, about it, I don't believe it's going to have a top notch, as there's a lot of our you know, Android OEMs already doing that with their devices. I think Pixel is going to stay furthest away of it being confused for an iPhone. Hoping that, you know, they kind of go that route, but I mean, we are hearing about it being basically a fall release again for the Pixel 3 and the Pixel XL. But they also talked about a Pixel Watch to go alongside with the Pixel devices of this generation coming out, which is going to be awesome because basically Google will have its, you know, eccentric phone for Google, you know, housing Android, which is the Pixel series, and then you'll have a smartwatch based on it. And yes, while people will say, oh, it's like the iPhone and the iPhone Plus and then the Apple Watch. Yes, you know what? Every manufacturer does that. Motorola had, you know, the Moto X series when it used to be the flagship, and then the Moto 360 smartwatch. So every OEM does it, you know. But it's cool to see that Google is going to do this too as well, to have basically, if you're just really immersed in the Google ecosystem, well, now you really can be. Because you can have a smartphone, you can have a 2-in-1 tablet, you know, the Pixel C, you know, if you own one of those. And then you can have a smartwatch. You don't have to go with, you know, a Motorola smartwatch, a Huawei smartwatch, an Asus smartwatch. You know, you can actually have something that is Google-centric there. And also, the sad news with ZTE. Now, a lot of people are upset. Those people who are big fans of ZTE are basically upset. And what the government has done so far with the ban with ZTE. Here's the thing with that, and this is where it gets a little bit too fishy for me. So ZTE basically made yield claim that, you know, with their devices, 5G in China, obviously they're gonna make that deadline mark with 5G in China. Now you're talking about Sprint and T-Mobile merging because of the race for 5G, and they've made it clear that China is beating the US in the race to 5G. Now, isn't it coincidental that ZTE basically yield claims that, you know, the devices will run 5G in China? Sprint, T-Mobile are trying to get 5G running in the US, and then there's a ban. With all the other stuff that ZTE has done, I'm not absolving them for anything that they're guilty of as far as foul play and not following the rules when they were, you know, initially given a break the first time they were punished and didn't adhere to the punishment stipulations to lift the ban off of them, so then the ban got put back on. But 5G seems to be in the middle of this somehow. That's just my guesstimation. Don't quote me on it and say it's fact. I'm just saying that that's what I think is really happening here. But I could be wrong. So, that is it for the morning mess. If you guys enjoyed it, you guys let me know by dropping me a like. I sure do appreciate it. And if you guys just subscribed, I appreciate that too. Hit the bell option to know when I upload a video. So thanks for watching MMS. My name is Tito. I'll see you guys next Friday. And don't forget to check out the Google News video. Peace.